What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Originally I wasn't intending to make a part 2 to this story, but it seems like you guys really wanted it, judging by the reaction to it in the comments on the last part. So today we'll be concluding the story, but last time we left off things pretty grim. Cell seems to be unstoppable, so how are they supposed to stop him now if he was enough to defeat a god of destruction and everyone around him? Is every other universe going to encounter the same fate? Well, stick around to find out in this part. For this video, we'll set a like goal of 3,000 likes. It lets me know you guys want to see more videos like this and it really helps with the channel. Anyways, let's pick it from here. Of course, the other gods of destruction and every other god in the universe would be aware of this. They'd know that Beerus and somehow those strong mortals from Universe 7 were all defeated. They'd wonder how it happened, and they'd get word of it. Some creature was created there. Some artificial being so strong that even a god of destruction couldn't stop him. So what's Cell up to now? Well, he's still wandering around Universe 7, and next, he's gonna move to the multiverse. He's getting a better grasp on this power, Ultra Instinct especially. He's an amalgamation of so many different people that he has so many powers within him that he all wants to try. One thing I didn't really mention in the last part is he also would have Goku Black's DNA because he did briefly show up in this timeline, but it would be so minimal and it was from a point when Goku Black wasn't even really that strong that it probably wouldn't affect Cell too much, at least on the surface level. I omitted it for a reason, but it's worth mentioning because people were asking. So it's not like we're gonna get Super Saiyan Rose Cell or anything, not that that really matters. He has Ultra Instinct now, as well as powers of a god of destruction, plus data from so many more fighters. Those powers are really what's driving him here. He tries to utilize Ultra Instinct, powering up into it, and starting to maintain it more and more effectively. Of course, it's not really an issue for him. Stamina is no problem for him anymore. And in terms of a strain on his body, that's not a problem either. He's perfect for this, no pun intended. And even if it doesn't work the first time, he just keeps brute forcing it, trying to transform into Ultra Instinct again and again, just to get a better feel for it. This is how he's gonna try and master it. But of course, this isn't the right way to go about it. It might work in the short term, but later on, he's gonna see that this isn't that effective. But now he needs to move on to his multiversal conquest. He'll defeat the other gods of destruction, fighting them and having an enjoyable time. And then, he can finally take it up to Zeno himself. Now, what is going on with Zeno? He says he's just erased everything, both of them actually. They're angered beyond belief. The fact that a universe could be so incompetent that this could happen. And if Cell's just gonna go around wreaking havoc everywhere, there's no point in having any of the universes. Or at least Zeno does seem angry. Really, this is another test from him. He wants to see how the other gods will react to this, and of course they're terrified. So now, they actually have to work together, something that they don't really do too often. The gods of destruction, their angels, and their Kais all meet up. They have to discuss a plan. First, they need to gather the strongest warriors from each of their universes. Well, that's easy. Belmont offers up the Pride Troopers. Champa, he has Hit. And other universes start to collect strong fighters, mostly people that were already in the Tournament of Power. But even though it's kind of harsh, they do decide that some of them need to stay back. Some are much stronger than others. Like, most aren't going to be on the level of Hit or Jiren or Topo, people like that. Okay, well, some of the other guys are confused. If they're not going to put their fighters in, then what are they supposed to do? How are these few fighters supposed to stop Cell if that couldn't happen in Universe 7? Well, that's the thing. Some of the angels interject, saying that it might be best for the gods to actually get involved. They usually keep a hands-off approach, but think of it like this, their survival and their universe's survival is at stake. They'd be stupid not to get involved. Plus, for the ones that do enjoy fighting, they would get a kick out of this. And all the gods of destruction agree, except for Champa. And they're confused. It's his brother that died, why does he not care? It's not that he doesn't care, it's that he just has a different plan. One that'll work alongside their plan. The troops are gathered. All the gods of destruction are together, alongside some of the strong mortals. And they're surprised to hear this, especially Jiren. Someone strong enough to defeat Goku? Jiren remembers his fight with Goku using Ultra Instinct. And even Hit's thinking the same thing. He couldn't even handle the suppressed Jiren. And this guy's apparently much stronger than that. Topo's a bit concerned too. Maybe his powers will be enough. But if Jiren's feeling that way, he doesn't know. Not that Jiren is scared at all. He's just more so intrigued. Someone got that strong. But he's also pretty disappointed by it. He cheated to get that strength. His strength isn't absolute. It's an amalgamation of everyone else's strength, gained artificially. And Topo agrees too, although has a different standpoint. Both of them recognize that this is an injustice, and as Pride Troopers, it's their duty to stop it. And they all realize too, the three of them are really the only mortals here. Turns out most of the strong people are either dead from Universe 7, or they're so far behind that they might just get in the way. Strange, because Hit remembers that Fusion Kefla being so strong, but yeah, maybe she wouldn't be the best choice here. The gods of destruction didn't really have anyone on standby. But these three, they should be enough, hopefully, especially because the gods of destruction are fighting too. They all arrive in Universe 7. And of course, Cell senses this immediately. He's gone around, destroying everything, gathering more power too. He's found some other strong people in Universe 7. There was some Saiyan far away on some random planet. Cell took his energy. He had some pretty great potential, but nothing really else for Cell to use. Then there was some guy from planet Cereal. And Cell notices his eyesight is better. He could see things that he didn't see before. Could be useful in a fight, but he doesn't really know much else. He even met with Frieza, trying to fight him, and keyword, he tried to fight him. Frieza was way too weak, and it didn't make it too fun. Cell already had his DNA anyways, so Frieza was dealt with. And now he's bored, but seeing all these people here, it makes him elated. He does have knowledge of some of these other fighters too, hearing them discussed by Goku and the others thanks to his drones. Hit from Universe 6, the assassin that can control time. Jiren, a warrior from Universe 11 that might even be stronger than a god of destruction. Not that that really matters for Cell because he is too now. Toppo, a candidate for god of destruction who could also utilize those powers. Again, doesn't matter to Cell. See, these would be impressive to him before, but besides Hit, there's nothing here really too intriguing. And maybe this could be fun, fighting all the gods of destruction at once, but do they really think they could defeat him? Well, it's time to see. The fight begins. A few of the gods charge in, and Cell could already feel that battle spirit pumping through him. He activates Ultra Instinct, and the gods immediately sense it. That same power that one mortal used. The same power of the angels. Immediately, Cell dodges all their attacks, as well as countering them with perfection. There's no wasted movements, and thanks to his enhanced eyesight now, his attacks are more potent for some reason. It's like he can see vital points within each of the gods of destruction. Maybe that one granola dude was actually useful to absorb. Who would have thought? You know what? Time to test something else out. He found some really old guy in the Galactic Patrol prison and took his energy too as well as his data. And now, he feels like he has some sort of magical abilities. He tries to use them. From one side, Sidra and Kitella rush him. Cell simply sticks a hand out, trying to absorb their energy. He doesn't really have a hold on this. And it is something he could do with his tail too. But this is weird. Now, it's a long-range way to take people's energy. And they notice this too. They're starting to feel weaker. Cell creates a ball of energy in front of him. And instinctively, he feels like he should eat it. Weird, but whatever. He eats it, and he feels much stronger. Oh, this is a game changer. Before he had to rely on his tail, but now he can do this remotely. Maybe even on a wider scale. Again, he doesn't really have a focus on this. He has to learn how to use it. And while he's also fighting, it's gonna be kinda hard to utilize this at the same time. But that's where Ultra Instinct comes in. Everything can be automated. But Cell starts to feel slower and slower. Hit's focusing all his energy, trying to put Cell in a time lag. He tries to react, trying to take Hit's energy. But he's so slow for some reason. He's gonna break through it though. He just needs a little bit more time. And he looks over to see. Belmod and Toppo are together. Combining their powers, each charging Hakai, a massive one in fact. Cell turns over to them, and he's about to counterattack. But then Jiren comes in, utilizing his full power. He's able to actually land hits on Cell. With him being frozen right now, even with Ultra Instinct, he's just standing there. His reactions are delayed. But when Jiren does land a hit, nothing happens. They have absolutely no effect on him. What is this guy's power? And Jiren feels a sharp pain in his side. He got in too close, and even with the time lag, Cell was able to stretch out his tail, piercing Jiren's side, taking some of his energy too, growing stronger. He then grabs onto Jiren's face. He wonders if maybe that magic will be more effective like this. He starts draining Jiren of his energy completely. But he forgot. He looks back at Belmod and Toppo. Their Hakai is launched towards him. He lets go of Jiren, but he did absorb some of his energy. And instead of eating it, he channels it into another attack, his own Hakai. He turns over, charging one quickly. And in the nick of time, he's able to negate their attack, with one that actually has greater strength. Everyone's attacking at once now, but nothing they do could work. His Ultra Instinct, it's too powerful. And when he counterattacks, his strength is just so much. Combined with the fact that now he can see their vital points, and he can even predict what they're gonna do before they do it. Also, one of his targets now is Hit. See, the powers from him might be pretty useful. Yeah, Hit might not be the strongest of everyone here, but the ability to warp time? If he gets that, this fight will be over immediately. So Cell starts going towards him, and now, the objective is to protect Hit. This actually does make it easier for the gods of destruction, because Cell has one set target, and they know where to attack him. But they're actually surprised. They're facing a challenge. No wonder Beerus fell to this guy, and the more he fights, the stronger he's growing. And it's at an even faster rate than before. Now with more of Broly's DNA within him too, thanks to finding him on Vampa, Cell's also gonna have some of his growth within there, alongside the insane potential he had before thanks to Frieza, all the Saiyans, hell, even the hybrids like Gohan and Trunks. The fight's only been going on for a few minutes, but it feels like an eternity. And within those few minutes, he's grown stronger than he ever has before, even in that last battle with Gogeta and everyone. The ki that they feel from him, it's terrifying. Far away, the angels watch on, with all the Kais alongside them. Well, there is something the Kais can do. They try and negate Cell's magic, and he doesn't know what's happening, but his magic from Moro stops working. The Kais are working to at least do this. They can't get involved in fight, because if they do, then they're gonna die and then the gods will die. But this at least does help a lot. And as for the angels, of course they can't get involved, but they do note something's weird about Cell's Ultra Instinct. Yeah, he's definitely not utilizing it the right way. They discuss amongst themselves, glad to see that their gods of destruction are performing decently well against this threat. But also, they're a bit underwhelmed. Cell's performance, it could be better. They are enjoying the spectacle though. Hopefully, they do pull out ahead. Thankfully, they have no stake in this though, so either way, they're fine. But it will be interesting to see how Cell controls Ultra Instinct going forward, because it seems he's going about it the completely wrong way. They notice, he keeps dropping in and out of it. He's brute forcing it. His mind, it isn't clear. Yeah, he can keep activating all he wants. But unlike Goku, or the angels for that matter, he doesn't have the right state of mind for it. And his Ultra Instinct is limited by that, and Cell doesn't even realize it. Each time he activates it, he does learn to utilize it a little bit better, and he gets more effective with it, but it's at such a slow pace too. The angels see an opening. The gods of destruction can definitely pull ahead. Although, something much more surprising happens. It's not like Cell runs out of Ultra Instinct or anything, no. Another god of destruction appears. It's Champa. He's finally returned. The other gods of destruction ask where he is. Was he just being a coward and not joining? No, he tells them to just wait a bit. He told them to trust him. His plan will work. What plan does he have? Where was he? He tells them again, just wait a bit. Cell even tries fighting him, but the other gods of destruction jump in. All of them are fighting at once. The mortals can't even fight anymore. Although it was a good idea to bring them because it did help them stand their ground for a little bit longer. But now all the gods of destruction have to fight together just to counter Cell. And Cell's losing his grasp on Ultra Instinct. The more he tries to use it, the more he's actually having diminishing effects now. He doesn't have the right state of mind. Well, whatever, he doesn't need that. He tries using every power-up he has at once. His eyes, they turn red from granola. He tries to summon magic from Moro, even though it's being suppressed by the Kais. He taps into Kaioken even. He powers up with godly ki surging through him. Everything at once. This will work. He doesn't need Ultra Instinct. Again, brute force will work. He's perfect. So whatever method he uses doesn't matter. He will win. But as he powers up, he reaches a certain peak in power. And then a brilliant flash of light. And he just stands there. He looks normal again. All those powers, they're gone. He tries tapping into it once more, but nothing. And he senses something strange. An ominous presence behind him. One that feels angry. And it's not just normal anger. He feels intense rage. It's an overwhelming presence. He turns around, smirking, thinking that someone's gonna be behind him trying to do a sneak attack. And it was someone doing a sneak attack. It's Beerus. As much as he'd love to use Cell as a punching bag, he can't. Cell can't even react in time, questioning why he's even here. There's a hand stretched out in front of his face, and immediately, he's Hakai'd. Every bit of him is erased. Beerus' anger is overflowing, but he's able to control it, not letting it get the best of himself. The other gods of destruction look on in complete awe. How is he here? And they also notice, around the same time, Vados and Fuwa came in. Champa told them to trust his plan. Utilizing the time ring from Fuwa, they're able to go to another time and get the Super Dragon Balls there. They asked Super Shenron, restore everything to how it was before Cell killed everyone. Meaning everyone knew about Cell, but all of his powers still got erased. It's a twofold wish. It revives everyone, and it depletes Cell of his powers. Which is fine. All they needed to do is get rid of his powers and then Hakai him. The other gods of destruction tell Beerus, keep his universe in better check, but he reminds them, they had fun, didn't they? Also, he had a mortal stronger than any of theirs. So, even though they look down upon him, Beerus still feels confident. And they just leave kind of in silence, except for Champa. He shares one last look with Beerus, telling him that now they're even, right before he goes back to his universe. Beerus breathes a sigh of relief, then going back to Earth with Whis. Everyone has been sensing what's been going down from there. Glad to see that Beerus is back, and it seems that everything's back to normal. Although Beerus tells them, make sure the Red Ribbon Army is completely dealt with. But they say that there's no way there could be any more androids, right? Right? Well, at least everything's safe, and they still got the experience of this battle. Due to how the wish was formatted, it's not like this battle didn't happen. It did happen. So they got some pretty valuable experience at least. Something good came out of it. And yep, a good ending came out of it too. So, with that, we end off here. What'd you guys think about this story? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. If you liked the video, be sure to drop a like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And be sure to hit the bell so you're notified about any future uploads. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.